Clive Davis passed away at the age of 94 yesterday. As one of the most impactful label executives in music industry history, I thought I would go over some of his biggest acts that he worked with. And yes, I stayed up late last night writing this, so you can see all 21 on Billboard.com. Let's start at the beginning of his career with Janis Joplin. Clive Davis had just become the president of Columbia Records, and he decided to go to the Monterey Pop Festival to check out a very little-known Janis Joplin and her band, Big Brother and Holding Company. This ended up being his first signing. And he said, but watching Janis at Monterey, I had the spine-tingling feeling that I was witnessing a musical, cultural, and social revolution. I had nothing to do with causing the revolution whatsoever, but I was fortunate that I was there to act on it. Bruce Springsteen. So Bruce Springsteen signed to Columbia Records when he was a little-known rock and roll act, and he turned in his first album, Greetings from Asbury Park, New Jersey. And Clive Davis did not hear a hit. Clive's say was final, wrote Springsteen about the experience later. Springsteen actually took Clive's advice and went back and tried to write a couple more songs, Spirit in the Night and Blinded by the Light. Definitely the two big songs on that album, so Clive ended up being right. The incomparable Whitney Houston. This is the artist that Clive Davis is most tied to out of anyone. So by the time that Clive met Whitney, he was already working with Dionne Warwick, who is related to Whitney Houston. But he first saw her perform in 1983. And then by 1985, he released her debut album on Arista, which was the label that he founded after Columbia actually axed him, which is a whole other video. He's also said to have had a really heavy hand in I Will Always Love You from the Bodyguard soundtrack. Apparently, Kevin Costner encouraged Whitney to sing the first part of the song a cappella, but no one else liked that idea. David Foster, the producer of the song, was like, no, we're not keeping this. But Clive heard it and was like, we're keeping the a cappella. And that is what ended up coming out, and obviously it's a huge hit. Tragically, Whitney passed away the night before Clive Davis's famous Grammy party, and controversially, Clive Davis decided to move forward with the party. Barry Manilow. Barry Manilow is very important to the career of Clive Davis because, as Clive Davis told New York Magazine in 1998, the song that launched Arista was Mandy. So like I said, he had been recently fired from Columbia. He starts up his own outfit in 1975. And he says that he actually personally found the song and gave it to Barry Manilow. Manilow does actually write his own songs and has written hits. He decided to trust Clive's judgment on this, and it ended up being a smash. Miss Alicia Keys. So Clive was ousted from Arista, and Alicia followed him to J Records, his new label that he made at the turn of the century. She became a star in 2001 with the release of Songs in A Minor, which is such a good album. To this day, Keys credits Davis for trusting in her vision and allowing her to become the artist she was supposed to be. If you want to check out the full list, head to Billboard.com. We have tons of great Clive Davis coverage up on the site today.